All right, good morning, kids.
Good morning, Miss Williams.
I will be teaching you a writing lesson today. I only have 3 simple rules. The first one is to always raise your hand before you speak out or yell. The reason why I have that rule is that if everyone yells out, then I won't be able to hear all of your wonderful responses. The second rule that I have is to just show respect. Show respect to myself as well as your classmates. Respect for me is when I'm talking, you are not. It's just showing active listening, feet on the floor, eyes forward, and being still. And the other one is to respect your classmates. Let's make sure that you're not laughing or making fun, that you're actually just listening to them, because they may have something important to say that you may have thought about. The last one is ask 3 before me, which means that instead of if you have a question, if you don't know something, instead of just raising your hand for Ms. Williams, ask somebody at your table. More than likely they'll be able to help you, because if not, you'll have to wait until I answer everybody's question, and that's kind of time consuming. So just the 3 rules are, who can raise your hand and tell me what my 3 rules are? I promise?
Don't talk out loud.
Right, don't yell out without permission. Lakia?
Raise your hand if you wish to speak.
Raise your hand, that pretty much goes together. Eric? Be respectful to each other and to the teacher. And yes, Ms. Lucky?
If you have a question, you can ask one of your teammates.
Awesome job. So, what I want us to do now, you guys, look over here. We'll go over the objective. Can you see that for me? Can you see it? The objective for me? Could you read that for me?
Today I am identifying the main parts of a
Persuasive.
persuasive
Argument.
argument so that I can create a
Persuasive.
persuader letter. I know when I got it, when I can create a persuader letter that contains all 3 main parts.
Great job, and I'll read it again for those who couldn't hear me. Today I am identifying the main parts of a persuasive argument so that I can create a persuasive letter. I'll know when I got it when I can create a persuasive letter that contains all 3 parts. So again, students will be able to write and identify the 3 main parts of a persuasive letter in order to write a persuasive letter that contains all 3 parts that I'll introduce today. So next we'll go over our vocabulary words, which are tier 2. First word is persuade. What word?
Persuade.
Next word is audience. What word?
Audience.
Next word is issue. What word?
Issue.
Next word is evidence. What word?
Evidence.
Persuade means to convince someone to do something or to think like you. The next word, audience, right now, you're my audience because I'm talking to you. So if I'm an author, every author has an audience of who they're writing to, whether it's kids, whether it's adults. So the audience is who you're speaking to. The next vocabulary word, issue, means whatever the topic is, what you're talking about. Are you talking about like safety, about eating healthy, whatever your topic is. The last word is evidence. That means your supporting details. So again, first word is persuade. What word?
Persuade.
Who can raise your hand if you remember what persuade means? This should be just pretty much like a reminder lesson for what you've already learned from prior knowledge. Yes, Lakia? To convince you to do something. Next word is audience. What word?
Audience.
What does audience mean? Yes? Yes, ma'am? All right, the person and the people that you're talking to. Next word is issue. What word?
Issue.
What does issue mean? The topic. Awesome job. Last word is evidence. What word?
Evidence.
Then what does the evidence mean? Yes, sir? Key details. These are just your key details or supporting evidence. Great job, you guys. So what I want you to do is, you pretty much already know this one. Because I know you kind of struggle with persuade, which is perfectly fine. So, but you've heard it actually can say this before. Every author writes for 3 reasons. They used to have a reason for writing. Right. So it pretty much spells the acronym of PI. What does that P stand for? Raise your hand. P stands for, which we'll learn our focus today. Persuade or to convince. What does the I stand for? The I. Yeah, persuade and keep showing. Not issue. That's going to be one of our vocabulary words. Authors persuade. Oh, E is for entertain you with like a pretend story. You guys, one of my favorite stories, The 3 Little Pigs. So if I want to entertain you with a funny story, I would say like The 3 Little Hamsters or The 3 Little Minions or like The 3 Little Rappers. So those like entertain you like a fake Store. Thank you. The next one is what's the I stand for? Go ahead for me. Oh, it means inform, means to give information. Who can give me an example of inform? If I wanted to give you information. Inform. If I'm writing to give you information, what can I write about? Yes?
About
planets. Obviously, a solar system. I can write about my favorite planet and I describe the planet. Another example could be what, Eric?
Race cars.
Types of race cars. It's giving you information, hands down. So pretty much, PI stands for persuade, inform, and entertain are three author purposes, hands down. Next, real quickly, you guys, raise your hand if you have a bedtime. Awesome. Hands down. Me and Miss Coverson, your teacher, when we were your age, I had a bedtime. Me and my sisters, I was 4 of us. We lived in a small house, and my dad and my mother put us all 4 girls into one bed. So think about 4 people have to share one bed. So she used to say, all right, Miss Williams, you need to, or Carmen, you need to go to sleep by 9 o'clock. She would go in there with her belt, and she was like, you need to go to sleep. I know Miss Coverson, and that kind of sounds like something yours. You need to go to sleep because you have to get up and go to what in the morning? Cool. So give me a thumbs up if you like your parents telling you when to go to sleep. Like I like when they just give me thumbs down. If you say, you know what? No, I do not. So what today we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to learn the 3 parts that make up a persuasive letter. We're trying to persuade or convince our parents to let us to say what? Up. So again, you guys, this one just kind of connects to prior knowledge. It's pretty much, you already know, persuade or convince. But you have to think about in effect of why. Think of good 3 reasons or your evidence, 3 supporting details to convince your parents to do what?
Let them stay up.
All right, so pretty much what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you by going over your vocabulary. You guys, when you answer questions for me and when you work in your groups, make sure that you're using our academic vocabulary. I'm going to point to the words. Say the word again.
Persuade, audience, issue, evidence.
So when I say, give me the audience, Gabby can say, oh, okay, the audience is going to be my grandmother. Or I say, give me the issue or the topic. So you may say, oh, okay, the topic is persuading someone to let me stay what? Up late. Or I may say, give me an evidence, a supporting detail of why your parents should let you stay. So make sure that you're using those vocabulary words: persuade, convince, audience, issue, and evidence. All right. So what I'm going to do now, you guys, is I'm going to pass out 2 sheets of papers for you, and this is pretty much going over. We're going to practice identifying the audience, the issue, and the evidence. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to show you an example up here. Let me have eyes on me, of a benchmark or a grade paper. Who can tell me, if I say this is a benchmark paper, or this is called a mentor text, what do you think that means? If I say benchmark, or you can just take a guess. We don't know it yet. Yes, thank you for raising your hand. It's a good paper. Why did Miss Williams not give you a paper that would have earned an F or a horrible paper that just sucks it and follow directions? Why would I show you a bad paper? Does that make any sense? No. So what I'm doing is I want to show you a great example so that when you write yours, probably either this afternoon or tomorrow, Shane, you can have a good model to go from. Now let me give you the surprise because I haven't told you yet. So I'm going to teach you how to write a persuasive letter. I'm going to tell you the reason why this is important for you guys to know. I'm taking 5th graders, selected 5th graders, to a real live actual news station. The topic that they're going to have to, they're going to record them for 10, I'm talking. They're going to record them for 10 minutes. They're going to have a 10-minute video. And they're going to have some students who are going to be discussing or persuading each other whether or not cell phones should be allowed in the what? Schools. So we are going to practice today with how to stay up late for bed. But I'm going to take the top 3 or 4 students in this classroom who has the best papers convincing me or persuading me with the audience, with the evidence, and with the issue or topic of why cell phones should be allowed in what? All right, so again, so I'm going to say, you know what? I like Eric's paper. He's going to be on a field trip. I like Getty's paper. I like Lakia's. like, Mr. Palmer. So make sure that you are showing me active listening, because I am going to take your finished persuasive letters, and I'm going to grade them. I'm going to say, you know what, once I give you your checklist and your rubric, I'm going to say, awesome job. I would like to say these 4 students, because they have a benchmark or mentor text. So make sure you're following directions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass you out some paper. It's going to be 2. And what you are going to pass it all the way down for me. Just in case if you cannot see the board, Ms. Williams is pretty much handing you out this sheet right here, which is the letter. Thank you, sorry for that. Put your name and date on both of these for me. Name and date on both of these. Yep, it's called a benchmark or mentor text. Benchmark means that it's the best example of that particular strategy, which our strategy right now is persuasive writing. So what I'm going to do now is pass it all the way down for me. Put your name and date on your paper. Here you go. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right with you. Awesome job, you guys, for sitting quietly for me. I really appreciate it. Put your name and date on it. All right, you guys. So, just as a quick review, who can raise your hand and tell me what does persuade mean? Just a quick, yes. What does persuade mean? I can help you, yes? To convince someone to think like you. Who can tell me what audience is? Okay, who can tell me what audience is? Yes. Who you're talking to. Who can tell me what issue is? Issue? Yes. It's the topic which you're discussing. Who can tell me what evidence is? Evidence. Think about it. Evidence. Yes, ma'am. Key details, your supporting details. All right, everyone, look at it for me. And you pretty much have it in front of you as well. Let me cut this back on for you. Oh, it's on Miss Carson. Don't worry about it. So pretty much, everyone, look up here. So, actually, your paper. It's going to say, Dear Mom and Dad, try with your fingers for me. Dear Mom and Dad, although you might not agree, I think that once a boy turns 10 years old, he should be allowed to choose his own what? There are several reasons why I think that I should be allowed to be the one to make this decision. My first reason is that I'm the only one who knows when I am what? Tired. Secondly, sometimes I have other things that I have to do before I go to what? Sleep. Lastly, since I turned 10 years old, I believe that I have earned the privilege of making more decisions in my what? Life. And this right here, you guys, is a topic paragraph. Go to the second paragraph. As I just mentioned, I am the only one who knows when I am what? Tired. Sometimes I want to go to bed early because I am so tired. Do you remember when I played soccer and I came home exhausted? I fell asleep in the car because I was so tired. Many times I want to head to bed early. Other times I am just not tired at the time when you set for my bedtime. I try to fall asleep and I just lie there and toss and turn. Sometimes I stay awake and read or look through my quarter collection even though I am sleeping. It just makes no sense to have someone else tell you when you're what? Tired. Additionally, I often have things to do before I go to what? Bed. I'm the kind of kid who wants to make sure everything is ready for the next day. Of course, I need to get my homework done, but I also have other things I need to do at what? Night. I need to pack my backpack to make sure I don't forget anything. Also, I never seem to have time in the morning to find what I want to wear. I'm always looking for my shoes or my cap or my glasses at the last what? Minute. And then I have to hurry. If I took the time to get myself ready at night, I wouldn't have to worry and rush so much in the morning. Last of all, I just turned 10 and I think I am old enough to have more what? Privileges. Surprisingly, this new privilege will actually help me become more responsible. I might make mistakes and stay up too late sometimes, but then I will learn how to use my time what? Wisely. I know that I can take on this privilege and show you that I can make decisions and manage my time well. Choosing my bedtime is important to me because I am ready to become more responsible for making these decisions on my own. Remember, I am 10 years years old now, and I should be allowed to take on more what? I will show you that I can do this. Your smart and mature son, who? Adam. Everyone now, turn to your graphic organizer for me, and your pencil in your hand. Who can tell me what the issue is? Who can tell me what the issue is? And pay attention, Ms. Williams is going to write hers on the board. Give me an example. Who can tell me right now, you guys, we're about to do this together. And then I'm going to release it to you, like the gradual release, and then we are going to do it in our groups. And I'm going to give you some other example texts. So, what's the issue of this particular persuasive letter? Come here. What's the topic or the issue?
Getting to choose your own.
Great job. So we're going to put in here, you guys, getting to choose one's own bedtime. And boys and girls, give me, this should be audience. Who's our audience?
Parents.
Thank you. How do you know it's your parents? Who can tell me what part of that friendly letter? Think about it. You should have learned the 5 parts of friendly letter. What part of that friendly letter tells you who the audience is? Go ahead. Yes, sir.
It's a child talking.
Yeah, it's a child talking, but who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? Thank you. I haven't heard from you, Alexis. Alexis, who is he talking to? Thank you. So we're going to put getting to choose one's own bedtime, and then we're going to put audience is his who? Mom and dad, or his parents. So right now, you guys, make sure you use your academic vocabulary words. Right now, you're found the issue or the topic, getting to choose one's own bedtime. Make sure you write it in on your graphic organizer. And then our audience is our parents. Now, everyone, look back. I'm going to give you about 1 to 2 minutes to work in your groups and can tell me. If you notice, and I helped you out, I bolded look in the first paragraph in our topic sentence, I bolded the evidence. Who can give me good reasons, and we're going to fill it in on this side, of what the student said to convince his parents to let him stay up late. I'm going to give you about 1 to 2 minutes. Talk in your groups when I come around. So in your groups, I want you to talk about, look at your letter and give me what's one of the evidence, one piece of evidence or supporting details of why his parents should let him stay up late. Think about it. Read it directly from the story. Okay, because you read directly from the story. Read from directly from this letter and tell me. Okay, so read directly from it and point it out for me. What's one good reason? Could you read it?
My first reason is that when I am.
Great job. Did he talk about he's the only one who knows when he's tired? Do you think that's a good reason? I think so. I think that's a good reason. Think about it. You're a child. Thank you. So we're going to write right here good reasons. My first reason is that I'm the only one who knows when I'm tired. Awesome job. From here. So right in. Good job, Contagious. I'm coming out. Tell me, what's one piece of evidence that was a good reason?
Okay, so one piece of evidence that if he gets to choose his own bedtime, he can pack his book.
Okay, go find it in the paragraph. Find it in that letter.
It's right
The first paragraph. Think about it. She's specifically, you don't have to choose it from there. You can choose it from anywhere else. Think about it. I'm going to come back to this group. Yes, here.
It's right here.
Okay, read it for me.
I'm always looking for my shoes or my cat glasses at the last minute. If I took time to get myself ready at night, I wouldn't have to worry and rush so much in the morning.
Good job, everyone. She's talking about the third paragraph. Put your finger on the third paragraph that says additionally. And read me that topic sentence that starts from now. That starts with additionally.
Additionally, I often have things to do before I go to bed.
Great job. So we're going to put that in good reason or bad reason? Good reason. Why is that a good reason?
Because
It is. It's a good reason to let your parents stay up late. Write that down, King. Your work, graphic organizer. Yes. Yeah. All right. I like the way everyone is working. Who can tell me what's one piece of evidence that you chose as supporting yourself from the text? Look here.
I think, although you might not agree, I think that you need to be allowed to.
Great job. So, what three pieces of evidence can you say to support that since he's saying he should be able to choose his own? Look in that same paragraph and figure out what supporting detail or key listed three. If you hear Miss Williams, clap your hand once. If you hear Miss Williams, clap your hand twice. Awesome job, you guys. So, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to work to fill out our reasons, our good reasons, and then we're going to identify like some bad reasons. One could be like, because I want to. Another could be like, because I'm going to tell you what to do. Those are like bad reasons. So choose good reasons. Right. So we're going to list good reasons. So I'm going to give you the next 5 minutes, and you are going to fill out the three. So real quickly, who can tell me, what are we learning today? What are we learning today? I'm looking for students, Keyshawn, who are paying attention. What are we learning today? What are we working on? You can look at the objectives or just what I said earlier. Go ahead, Mr. Getty. We're working on benchmark paper. What exactly are we learning today? Yes? We are. We're working on pi, but what exactly are we learning with pi? Think about it. Yes, Ms. Light.
identifying the main parts of a persuasive argument.
Great job. So that I can what?
So that I can create a persuasive letter.
I'll know when I got it when what?
I can create a persuasive letter that contains
Who can tell me the three main parts? Who can tell me, before we start working again, who can tell me the three main parts of ours? It's on our vocabulary. Who can give me the three main parts? La Promise? Our focus strategies persuade. What are the three main parts that make up a persuasive story? The issue or the topic. What's the second one? The audience or the person that you're talking to. I'm just repeating what she said because she's not speaking a little bit loud enough. And what's the next one? The evidence or the key details. So, when you write the letter to me, either this afternoon or tomorrow, make sure, Jalen, that you identify, you include the three main parts: who you're talking to, supporting details, and your topic. Go ahead and start working. I'm looking for my 3 or my star students. I'm coming around. Awesome job, Getty, today.
We can start right now.